Khor Dubai, or Dubai Creek in English, is a natural seawater inlet of the Arabian Gulf located in the heart of Dubai with 14 kilometers length and between 100 to 500 meters width that runs southeast and ends at Ras Al Khor Wildlife Sanctuary. The creek divides the city into two parts, Bar Dubai and Deira, and has played a major role in the economic development of the region throughout history. The first recorded reference to Dubai dates back to 1587 when the Venetian pearl merchant Gaspero Balbi visited the area and wrote of Dubai's pearling industry. However, the earliest known description of Dubai Creek is found in an 1822 report by a British Royal Navy officer. The creek was likely the actual cause of Dubai's creation and early development as a trading port, the start point for which could perhaps be taken as 1833, when some 800 members of the Bani Yas tribe, led by Sheikh Maktoum bin Buti al-Falasi, settled in the Bardubai area at the mouth of the creek. The creek, a safe natural harbor with the potential to become a thriving port centered on pearl diving, fishing, and trade, was the obvious choice for the early settlers. Indeed, fishing, another main industry at the time, also thrived along the creek, whose warm and shallow waters supported a diverse and rich marine life. For about a century, although it didn't allow the entry of large ships due to its limited depth, the creek has remained the only port in the city and the most important element in establishing the commercial position of Dubai. In the second half of the 20th century, the importance of the creek as commercial hub imposed a series of improvements to allow larger vessels to transit as well as to facilitate the loading and unloading of goods. In 1955, a plan was prepared to develop the creek. The plan involved the dredging of shallow areas, the building of breakwater, and the transformation of its beach into a quay suitable for loading and unloading of cargo. creek was first dredged in 1961 to permit 7 feet draft vessels to cross through the creek at all times, and dredged again in the 1960s and 70s to offer anchorage for local and coastal shipping up to 500 tons. In the early days, crossing from one side of the creek to the other either involved a long journey by land around the end of the waterway or a ride in an abra, small wooden boat powered by oar. Abras, today equipped with diesel engines, are still used as a ferry passenger back and forth between Dera, Shindaga, and Bardubai. Alternative methods of crossing the creek have developed as the city expanded, like bridges, tunnels, and metro. Notwithstanding the impressive growth of modern Dubai for tens of kilometers along the seashore, the creek has remained the very heart of the city. Along the creek and the seashore are still found the traditional boat building areas where large wooden boats are built, restored, and maintained by skilled workers and naval entrepreneurs. As in the past, today there is still plenty of activity ongoing on and along the creek, even though no longer solely focused on commerce, as tourism had taken an important role in the city's continuing development. A variety of vessels weave their way up and down the creek, offering the visitors a sense of how vital an element this small stretch of water has been in the history of Dubai. 3 distinct residential areas emerged as the population of Dubai expanded. Dera, which was the main commercial district, Bardubai, and Shindaga, a thin strip of land separating the creek from the sea. The latter became the principal residential area and the place where the city rulers lived.